what's up, everybody? Welcome to Just My Two Cents. I'm super excited to be back with you all today for another video. So before we jump right into the video, I do want to take time to say thank you to all of the new subscribers. Recently, we hit 60 subscribers, and right now we're at 61 subscribers, and I'm super excited about that. Y'all, we are almost at 100 subscribers. So the goal is to try to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And I wholeheartedly believe that we can do it before the end of the year, but definitely by the end of the year. So if you're listening to this video and you haven't subscribed, make sure that you go ahead and you subscribe to the channel. If you know somebody who could use the content of the channel, make sure that you go ahead and share it and ask them to subscribe to the channel. And yeah, let's go ahead and do it. And also make sure that you hit that like button, as well as comment in the video if you have anything to share about this particular topic, or if you want me to cover a particular topic, let me know down in the comment section. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into today's topic, which is talking about why these car insurance companies keep rising these prices. I mean, at this point, it's ridiculous. I feel like even though people are trying to act like we're past the pandemic, a lot of people are still struggling financially. A lot of people still have financial concerns. People are trying to either figure out some other things outside of their car insurance about how they're going to pay those things, or they're trying to build back up their savings because they might have had some things happen, or some people might not have had anything happen and they're still trying to maintain, so just in case they can be okay. So let's jump right into today's topic. And today we're specifically going to look at USAA. And USAA, if you're listening, I just want to know what's going on. I've been with you all for over 5 years, and I really don't want to leave. I really don't, but I need to know, why do these prices keep going up? And so we're going to get into that today. So let's go ahead and jump right in. So I started off paying about $106 a month for my insurance. So before, when I had an older car, I was paying a little bit less, but I got an updated car, and with the updated car, I knew that the insurance would go up just a little bit, and I was okay with that. I felt like USAA had been a really good car insurance company for my parents. I felt like when they gave me the car insurance to pay for that particular car, I felt like it was a really good price. I felt like when I was purchasing a new car, they were really good about the price. They were really good about helping that whole process go really, really smoothly, because I've worked at the DMV before, where some car insurance companies, when people get new cars, they'll just hold on to the paperwork, and people will be looking like, why do I have to pay these expensive fees when it's not the person's fault, it's the insurance company's fault. So I was really happy with USA. I really was. However, what happened seems to be that it keeps going up. I started off paying at $106 a month for that particular car, and the next time it was time for the premium to renew, I ended up paying $115 a month. And at that time, I had some concerns, and not only did I have concerns, but I tried to figure out, is it something that I'm doing? Is it because, I moved to a new area, which I didn't necessarily move to a new area. I was located there, but I still had a permanent address somewhere else. And I was really trying to figure out what was going on. So I called USAA to figure out what could be done. And the rep told me that all the discounts that I qualified for had already been applied. The rep also said that I could reduce the mileage on my car, but I'm like, that's kind of dishonest in a sense, but that was an option as well. And then the last option that the person gave me was that I could take a class. So let me back up really quickly. When they said I could reduce the mileage, if you have a car insurance premium, then you have to put in how many miles you drive a year And from there, they kind of help to calculate, I guess, how often you will be on the road or what have you. I just want to say that for those who might be asking, well, what do you mean by reduce the miles in your car? In that sense, they wanted to say that, wanted me to put down that I would be driving less, but I decided not to go that far to reduce the amount of money that I would be paying, because I wanted to kind of, really be honest about that, or as close to as possible of what I thought I would be driving. However, the other option was to take a class, and the person said that usually when people take this class, it's because they're trying to get points back on their license. And with this particular class, you can only take it, I think it's every 3 or 5 years, and get credit for it or something like that. And this should be really a last resort for people. And it's really one of those things, as I said earlier, where if you have points that you need to get back on your license, then that's the type of class that you want to take for that. So I decided not to take the class. I decided to just kind of suck it up, pay the $115, and move forward. So I continued with USAA because I had been a customer with them since 2014. I really enjoyed the fact that there were 4 military families, and also I like that I never had an issue with them. I never had an issue with USAA. The only problem I was having with them was simply that the premium, every time it was time to renew it, it kept going up gradually. And I was really trying to figure out what could I do to either do some things on my end to reduce the cost, or what could they do on their end to reduce the cost in regards to discounts and so on. So the next time the premium came out, when it was time to renew it, the prices went up again. And at that point, I began to try to look around to figure out what other insurance companies had to offer. And the reason I wanted to do that, because it was starting to get a little ridiculous. So it was almost at 130. It was like in the 120s, almost 130s at this point. And at that time, I had never been a problem customer or anything of that nature, had a good record. It was just one of those things where the rep was like, the reason that it keeps going up is simply because of how people are driving where you're living at. Essentially, based on their driving patterns, the amount of money that you will have to pay on your premium will kind of be dictated by that. So I ended up getting into a little fender bender. This lady, she T-boned me when I was trying to pull into a store parking lot. And so the lady, like I said, she T-boned me, contacted my insurance company. We contacted her insurance company. I was not at fault with the accident. And I spoke to the insurance company, which I guess it was just me being naive, and asked them, I'm like, so even though it's not my fault, the police said it's not my fault. We sent pictures and it showed that it wasn't my fault. Everything else. I'm like, will my insurance policy go up? The person on the phone said, well, no, your insurance policy, it won't go up. I said, I know, like, it won't go up now, but my premium coming up, will it skyrocket because of this? And the person said, no, like, because you're not at fault, your premium, whatever the price is at that time, you'll just pay, like, I guess whatever the regular price is. You won't have to pay any type of penalties for that. And I was like, okay, cool. So I was pretty happy about that. Like I said, I guess I was being naive. So let's fast forward. It was time for the premium to, come out, and I guess to start paying a higher price. And so when I did get the premium, it was, I'm not going to say extremely, but it was rather high. And I was somewhat unhappy because I'm like, y'all told me already that I wasn't going to be penalized for that accident because I wasn't at fault. But my insurance is pretty high. It's pretty high compared to what I've been paying in the past. I mean, as you can see, every time it's time for the premium to be renewed, it keeps going up. But this time I was like, yeah, we need to look around somewhere else. So before I had the opportunity to really dive in and do some research to figure out what other insurance companies had to offer as far as car insurance. COVID-19 came, and with COVID-19 came a lot of changes. So USAA was one of the insurance companies where the prices were locked in for your insurance premiums for last year. So whatever you were paying previously, it was pretty much locked in. So I didn't necessarily have to worry about having to pay a higher premium. In addition to that, they also reduced the amount that people were paying for their premium. So that was a plus in my point of view. Also, they were giving back some of the money that you were paying. So I remember for a couple months, we didn't even have to pay car insurance because they decided to waive that fee, which I thought was just fantastic. And they also sent out communications saying that they know you need that money for other things, such as to pay your rent, your lights, or to buy food for your family right now. So they wanted people to use that money to go towards that. And I thought that was just amazing. However, of course, as things progressed, we began to get back into the groove of paying for car insurance. However, I did really think that USAA was doing a good job and that they were really thinking about the customer and putting the customer first. So it became time for me to renew my car insurance premium with them. And with that, the car insurance premium went up to about $136. So last month I paid $136 for my car insurance. Now I am paying $145 a month for my car insurance. That's just for this premium. So the last premium was $136 a month, and with this new premium is $145 a month. And to be honest, I think that is a little ridiculous. I know that they are probably trying to recoup some of that money from last year. I know that some of it probably has to do with what they have told me in the past in regards to how people drive where I live. However, I just feel like $145 for a car that isn't a sports car or anything like that, it's just ridiculous. So needless to say, once I got that new premium, I began to look around to figure out what other insurance companies had to offer. Right now, I do have a couple of insurance companies that I am looking at. I won't even lie to you all, I am dragging my feet with this process because I really don't want to leave USAA. I really don't. I've been with them since 2014. I've never really had an issue with them. When I was in the accident, they were really awesome to work with. They were able to kind of help me navigate that process. I really don't want to leave them, but I just feel like $145 a month for one vehicle for insurance is just too much. I will probably be searching to see what other companies have to offer me. Right now, I have been in communication with several other companies and their offers are pretty good. I know that eventually that they will go up, but a lot of people on YouTube have been giving some really good advice about how to navigate that process. So I'm looking forward to it, to moving to another company and saving about $75 or so. So this will be an interesting process. I'll try to let you all know where I landed. I'll probably come back and do another video to kind of show you all what were some of the premium offers for new customers with certain companies, and I'll let you know what company I decide to go with, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully the next company I get, I'll like them and I'll stick with them for a while. I'll miss USAA in regards to their car insurance, but I think it's time to part ways because these price increases are nothing to play with. So with that being said, make sure that you like, you share, and that you subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.